Hello, guys. Good to see you all. Hope everyone's having a nice Monday and staying safe with this corona situation. So today is another Ask Me Anything. Hopefully I can help guys that are in the courses that I'm doing, just maybe answer some of your questions, point you in the right direction, clarify a few things, whatever it may be. So make sure that you do put your questions, preferably in the comments, actually, rather than in the live chat, because people talk in the live chat and sometimes it's quite easy to miss some of the questions. But first off, I do want to clarify that I am born with this accent. I'm unable to talk any differently. I try and speak slowly and clearly for people to understand. However, it is rather rude telling me that my voice is not so good. Not sure why, but it's people from a specific country that are relatively rude. When it comes to this type of thing, again, I'm not going to apologize for the accent I was born with, though. So, yeah, no luck with that. But yeah, let's crack on with the questions. Good to see so many people here. Do let me know where you're from in the live chat. See D-Ruv, Blair, Ray, and a few others. So I'm going to just kick off and go with Ray. Ray's question first and foremost. Does SAP links still work? I have a parasite page ranking on page 2. Can I send SAP links to my parasite page directly? 100% Ray, you can send SAP links to your parasite. Now, for anyone out there who's unsure of what a parasite is, it will be a Web 2.0 of some description, or something like that, and it is fairly safe to send SAP links to a parasite rather than your own money website. So yeah, of course, do that. I send links to parasites, guest posts and that type of thing, just to give them a little bit more of a powering up. So yeah, 100% Ray, let's do that. Just be careful though. SAP links are still relatively dangerous and they are powerful, but they can pose some problems. So just be careful with the volume you're doing. But yeah, it's perfectly fine to do that. It's something I would be looking to do. Hey, Facebook users. It doesn't come up with the names, but Nofollow links from sites like Yahoo. Nofollow links don't tend to pass any juice, but from something as big as Yahoo, I would certainly take it. And if it can drive traffic as well, then I'd be even more inclined to taking that as well. So 100% I would take it. I think having some of everyone's backlink profile's got to have a natural sequence of links, and some Nofollow stuff in there is going to make it look natural. So I see no reason why you wouldn't have that. So take it while you can. What's the best plan to get high DA and PA? Go and look at expired domain names, or look at link vendors who sell their links based on those metrics. You can go to Fiverr, you can go to People Per Hour, and you can filter through these metrics if you want to buy links from people, if that is your sole goal in buying high DA, PA, DR, whatever it's going to be. However, I would stop chasing DA and PA and go more for relevance and getting links from websites that actually rank and have traffic, because a lot of these other metrics are stuff that can be manipulated. So we don't want to be chasing metrics that can be manipulated. Make sure you're getting links from websites that do rank and do have traffic. I think that's more important. How to set up a 301 redirect in a proper way? Relatively simple. Go into your control panel, go to the redirects option and do it there. Or you can add a plugin into WordPress called Redirection, And again, it asks you for the old URL and the new URL, and relatively straightforward. You can do that. But a simple Google search would tell you how to do a simple 301 redirect as well. So there's lots of guides on that, but hopefully that plugin or just get into your control panel and doing it is the best way for you. Blair's in Inverness, fellow Scotsman, good to see you, bud. Tala, good to see you as well. Best service for niche edits and guest posts and budget. Everyone, what is budget? What does that even mean? You might have £100, you might have £1,000, you might have £10,000. Obviously, guest posts cost anything between £100 and £200 on average, depending on what metrics you're going for. You can use linksforyou.com, getmelinks.com. There's a whole bunch of other vendors out there, I'm sure, who also do very good niche edits and guest posts and whatnot. So niche edits are cheaper than guest posts, but that's a kind of ballpark figure, and some good vendors there. What you need to do is make sure that you're not looking for the best service at the cheapest possible price, because they two don't balance out. So just be careful what you buy, buddy, because there's a lot of shit out there as well. Umar Qureshi, my young friend from India. Good to see you, buddy. Raz Mataz, I am from your office. Raz Mataz, you're in my office. Interesting. Interesting. Raja, do we try a commercial keyword which has Amazon website and SERP, and Pinterest is also ranked for that keyword? Why not go for the commercial keyword anyway? Regardless of whether Amazon's there or Pinterest is there, it is highly unlikely that Pinterest or Amazon are going after your keyword very, very specifically. They just rank really well because of the sheer power and authority their websites have. But if you're going in and laser targeting and being very specific to try and rank for a term, more often than not, you can still beat these guys. So give it a go. Don't be put off by the fact that Pinterest or Amazon are up there. Thank you, Umar. I am rocking, man. You're sounding more and more English by the day, young chap. Sumit Chowdhury. What should be done different and on-page SEO for e-commerce websites? So in terms of e-commerce websites, you tend to be using a data feed for your products, which is not unique to your website. And you simply have to make sure that you get all of the high-selling key products and categories made unique. You don't have an option. You've got to do it. You've also got to make sure that you avoid cannibalization. You've also got to make sure that you avoid Google crawling and indexing pages that are not so relevant on an e-commerce website. So you may have a pair of black trainers for sale, and you may have, and you'll see that, when you change the different sizes of trainers, that it creates a new URL. Now, what you have to do is make sure things like product variations are, those URLs are not indexed, because they're wasting your crawl budget and so on. So you've got to make sure that you do things like that. And there's, again, lots of guides online on specific platforms, whether you're using Magento or whatever it's going to be able to filter all that crap out. I think the main thing you need to watch with e-commerce is crawl budget and duplicate content, over and above all of the other kind of on-page elements, technical elements and stuff like that as well. Again, also look at your server, because running e-commerce websites can be quite intensive on a server, and you will find that you really do have to use like a Magento optimized server rather than something cheap, because if your e-commerce websites gets 4 or 5 customers on it at the same time, you don't want it crashing. So also make sure you look at the technical aspects and make sure you're on a good solid server as well. Hopefully that helps. Hey, Craig, do you consider blog commenting good practice if the site is new? in general, blog comment is seen as very spammy. It's the way I see it is people used to fire up Scrapebox and just do blog comments that was absolute garbage. However, if you can get good blog comments that are do follow on a powerful website, and that's got the potential to drive traffic to you, then why not? So it depends on what you're calling blog commenting. There's a good way and a bad way. Do it the good way. Zahir, should I sign up for Amazon affiliate as soon as I establish my website, or wait for your keywords to rank first? Absolutely sign up first, Zahir. It doesn't always take that long for a low competition keyword to rank. It can take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it's going to be. And you want to earn money from the get-go. So do set it up. However, Amazon have recently slashed their commissions. I would also encourage you to look at alternatives to Amazon, because you're more than likely going to make more commission from another affiliate company. But if you're tied to Amazon, then fine. But you will have to make sure that you do have monetization on there from the get-go, because you can rank for a lot of keywords fairly quickly. So just make sure you're not losing anything at all. Rishab, how do I learn SEO Scratch to advanced level? There is no quick way of just becoming an advanced SEO overnight. Now, someone like myself, I probably made 5 years of mistakes of doing absolute shit SEO, not knowing what I was doing. And then I started watching videos, reading books, going to conferences, networking with people, doing courses, and I still do courses to this day. Join groups. There's plenty of groups out there like Traffic Think Tank, Internet Marketing Gold, and tap into all of that. You're going to have to do all of that. There's not just one course where you're going to go and do it and you're going to become an advanced SEO. Advanced SEOs come through time, experience, making mistakes, losing money, and all of that stuff. So it's a question that I can't really answer off the top of my head, because there is no magic bullet out there that you're going to go and become a superstar SEO. That's not how it works. Just hard graft, doing your apprenticeship, making mistakes. Don't be scared to try. Take action. See what other people are doing. And young Umar, who's in the audience here, he regularly goes to speak at conferences in India. He'll take a flight up to wherever, Chandigarh or down to Bangalore. For a 15 or 16-year-olds, that's an amazing thing to do. But he's spending time, he's investing in himself. He does not expect to be an advanced level SEO like that. Now, of course, he makes money, but he's still learning, and he continues to invest in courses, training, networking, Zoom calls, anything at all where he can get something new, he will do it. And that is what makes the difference between a good SEO and a bad SEO. Put the time in. It's not going to land in your lap. Simple as that. Next one. TikTok Black Hat course. I could teach you some shocking dance moves on TikTok. I'm not great at TikTok myself. I don't have a huge following. But if you are here, make sure that you do follow me on TikTok, because I think I'm really good. But TikTok is another place where you can have fun. You can also drive traffic from TikTok. There's a lot of successful digital marketers using TikTok as well. It's just another social media platform where you can put out some stuff, show that you're a normal, humble person, and things like that. So I've put a link to my TikTok in the comments for anyone who fancies giving me a follow. Blair, I can't teach TikTok stuff. You've either got it or you've not. and I've not got it. So, so yeah, I'm not a TikTok specialist. Listen, trying it out, having a bit of fun with it, kills the boredom with this whole coronavirus being locked up situation. So I wouldn't claim to be an expert. Rajinder Dougal, can we become pro level in SEO after watching your SEO course, which you've provided to all your YouTube audience for free? No. The answer is no. My course is there to help give you some of the basics in terms of SEO, but what a course can't give you is experience. It can't make you test stuff out. It can't do anything for you really other than guide you as to the best kind of practices that are working for me. But there's more to the course. I think taking action, adding your own mix into things. Also, because I say it doesn't mean it's true. Now, I tend not to lie when I'm doing educational stuff. The reason that I'm saying always do your own testing is I may have a 5-step process for launching a YouTube video. Now, that process may, and now this is just a hypothetical example, I may release the YouTube, I may do some paid ads, I may get some social signals, I may do something else, and I may do something else. Now, 2 parts of that 5-step process may not make a blind bit of difference to my campaign. However, if the end result is that my YouTube video gets the traction I want it to have, then I'm going to repeat those 5-step processes. Now, it's up to you to figure out what works and what doesn't, or what has the best impact, from anything that you learn. So because Neil Patel, for example, says something, doesn't mean that you have to do it that exact way. Do not be scared to try shit out yourself. I see lots of different things, different tools, different strategies and whatnot that other people use, and I twist them and try different things to get my own mix onto it, and just play around with it and see what happens. So, of course, no, my course is not going to make you a professional SEO. You have to learn. You have to take criticism. You have to take feedback. You are going to make mistakes. You're going to have to listen to clients. And all of that kind of stuff. And that's something a course doesn't give you. It's the same way as does reading a book give you everything? Absolutely not. It can give you a story, but there's a lot more to it than that. Zahir Hussein, thanks for answering, sir. Second question. I've heard that Amazon give you 3 months to generate 3 sales. If you don't achieve it, they disable your account. Is this true? That is potentially true. I do believe that Amazon are not going to leave stuff on there if accounts on there if they're not generating revenue. However, I'm not sure of the exact stats if that's correct on the 3 months thing, but we do need to have sales on Amazon for them to continue allowing you to use the platform. So just check out their terms and conditions. I've gave up with Amazon. I don't like them anymore because of the commission structure, so I don't use them any longer. Akshat, here are a few questions, but I'll come through to them. So Luke Tavardes, it's about expired. So it's a quick question about expired domains. Is it better to start an affiliate project on an expired domain name? Yes and no. You don't have to start with an expired domain name. That is not at all true. It gives you a head start. Now, the benefits are an expired domain name has a backlink profile, and of course, it will give you some backlinks. The domains get history and everything else, which is going to allow you to do stuff quicker than you would if you had a new domain name. So 9 times out of 10, I would always start an affiliate website with an expired domain name. However, if you're looking to build a brand, then make sure that you start with a new domain name, because you'll never find an expired domain name that suits. So, I think, to be honest, it's better to probably start with an expired domain name and just take advantage of the backlink profile that's on there. Just gives you a little bit of a head start, and that's what we all want, to make the life easier. So yeah, do that. Now, if you guys are enjoying the content, can you please make sure that you do like and subscribe to the video or the channel? It would be very much appreciated. Next question. So it is from Akshat this time. What will be the effect of COVID-19 in the digital marketing space in the future? Obviously very hard to give a definitive answer. You know, some agencies are finding it tough. At the moment, clients are pausing. You know, I think everyone is pretty much in the same situation, where the money situation is not the best situation that I've ever seen. But I think, you know, everyone, once we overcome this, we will come out the other end, and people will still need marketing. They still will need SEO, Facebook, and everything else that you guys provide. I think the most important thing you have to do is ride out the storm just now. Just try and survive as a business or a marketer, and then there will be opportunities out there, because businesses are unfortunately going bust. And I think also, I think there'll be it will have a good impact in some ways, because people probably realize now that they don't always have to work in an office. They don't have to have a big, crazy, expensive office, and you can do digital marketing in a relatively cost-effective budget as well. So I think overall, you know, I think we will come out of it stronger. And, you know, VAs and utilising and working smarter will certainly come into play a lot more. Roshan Serrao, nice tattoos, buddy, if that is you in the picture. Thank you for the free course. No problem at all. Always try and add value, so thank you for the kind words. Tala, good to see you, man. How do you find big fat clients while sitting in another country? Listen, Tala, and I'll give this advice for a lot of you guys, because a lot of guys will be from India and so on. Do not spam people to death. Do not harass people. Show value, offer value, do videos, do nice infographics, do nice blog posts, demonstrate your knowledge. People will come to you. I think in a lot of cases, people are all out there saying, I can do this, I can do that. You know, I'm a multi-millionaire, I'm a superstar SEO, I'm this, that, the next thing. And it's all bullshit. You know, we've all heard it all before. And a lot of people spam the shit out of people on Facebook. Please buy guest blog posts. Please do this. Please do that. Do you need web design? And they're in your face fucking constantly. If I want a web designer, I will go and find a web designer. I'm going to ask my network of friends who's good, who's reliable, and who's cost effective. So for guys to get big clients while sitting in another country, no one cares what country you're in. Whether you're in India, the Philippines, Russia, no one cares. I know lots of guys that use Indians, Filipinos, Russians, Africans, whatever. You know, no one cares what country you're sitting in. It's the ease of being able to deal with you is going to make the difference. And if you're going to harass people, they're going to turn off very quickly. Sales is not the same as it once was, where you need to keep badgering people. You know, surround yourself with the right people, network with people, get online, interact with people, demonstrate knowledge in groups, do videos, webinars, podcasts, all of that shit, and you will have clients coming to you. Kenny Cullen, thank you, buddy. I always try, and it's good to see. I think you are actually in Scotland, aren't you? Yeah, you are. You're in Ayrshire. So another fellow Scotsman, good to see you. Another question, is it still possible to grow affiliate website to 500 a day level and sell it in 24-month period for 30 times the price? So look, in terms of growing an affiliate website to the £500 a day level, of course, that's something that's achievable. Of course, you'll still be able to sell websites. And I think the price will also probably remain the same for a website. You're going to get, you know, anything between 25 and 35 times your monthly revenue. Now, obviously, at the moment, that's a bit scuppered because of the Amazon situation, but I think, that will settle down. Obviously, Amazon have slashed their commission. That doesn't mean the sale of a website is not valued at 30 times the price. So, people have e-com, people have got drop shipping. So whatever you've got, it's all about scale. And I'm pretty sure you can still get to 500 a day on Amazon if that's your platform, but it doesn't have to be Amazon. You may want to look at monetization there, but hopefully you can succeed in getting to that £500 a day. Not going to sit here and say it's easy. It's a good old slog and requires a lot of time and effort, but I'm sure you'll be successful, and I'm sure you can quite easily sell it for 30 times the price. And I think most people who, when they're buying websites, are only looking at the profit or the income over the last 12 months. So you could probably flip it in 12 rather than 24. Kyler Patterson, good to see you here, mate. Can you give more info on the postcode trick? Do you use different postcodes in the area when you're posting to 2.0s with Money Robot? So the postcode trick wasn't... so I know what you're referring to here. So the postcode trick was basically using Money Robot, SEO Autopilot, or whatever you wanted to use, because when you're doing GMBs, Google are not looking at links, they're looking at citations for your website. So what I used to do was just hammer the postcode through Money Robot and basically slap the full name, address, and postcode out there to tons and tons of websites, which would very quickly get me a ranking on the GMB. That was all I was referring to in the postcode trick. However, there are people out there who were doing the kind of map embeds and using all sorts of postcode and pins, and you've probably seen the kind of circular things. They were doing stuff with Money Robot there, which basically allowed you to rank, with tons of postcodes and stuff like that. That doesn't really work that well anymore. I think, Google are still looking at citations, but I still think that, you're not going to get away with too much spam now in terms of GMB as such. However, obviously there are other tricks to the GMB stuff. They're hijacking unverified listings, how to force phone verification, and all of that kind of stuff, so that you can get different GMBs in different areas. But it's getting harder and harder all the time. But all I was referring to in terms of the postcode trick was just slamming the postcode through there, and you'd pretty much guarantee that you were going to have that top slot on there after buying some citations and using the postcode trick. Zahir, what is the best alternative of Amazon? Now, that really comes down to your niche there, Zahir. You have to really just Google what niche you're in. So if you're in the gardening niche, for example, just Google gardening affiliates. There may be a whole bunch of stuff. It really comes down to the product that you're selling. There may be, you've got tons of different affiliate platforms out there, affiliate networks like CG affiliates and stuff like that. But if you are in a niche as such, like gardening or whatever it might be, then there's tons of private affiliate deals out there. You just have to Google them and find them. As I say, there's not one that I can say because I don't know what niche you work in. However, Amazon is the laziest way of monetizing a website because you don't really have to do much, and they've got a good cookie policy where you're getting a percentage of sales day after day after day, and that's just the way it goes. But as I say, there are other monetization models out there, and it's up to you to just find what they are. Amazon were giving you, a very small percentage. A lot of other affiliates out there are giving you 5, 10, and sometimes even higher percentages. So I would always encourage people to look away from Amazon, and especially now with the commission being so slow. So, or so low, should I say. So yeah, just do some research. Ayub, how to create content that is attractive and readers don't get bored of reading it. That is the the golden question. For me, I put out content. I also add a video. I think some people respond better to reading. Some people respond better to videos. Try and not waffle on. You know, if a guide takes 3,000 words to give it, then fine. But I think, you know, people just want short, sharp, concise information. They don't need all the other fluff that goes round about it. And I think that is you know, the only way you're going to do it. Some people will get bored. There's nothing you can do about it. Just add videos, make it, you know, a bit more fun. You know, just whatever. But as I say, content for me is boring. I'd much rather do a video, to be honest, or a TikTok even. It's fun, more fun. So yeah, you just got to try and be creative and make it as attractive as it possibly can. But we're in a boring industry, right? So talking about a title tag can't really be funny or fun or anything like that. So just got to do your best, man. Deval, I've joined your advanced SEO course. I've got a lot to learn, but what did you say about Black Cat SEO? Is this method correct? The Black Cat SEO, people get scared of it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the correct way to do things or it's not the correct way to do things. Black Hat SEO is a term that people use against people who might use some form of automation or some form of cheat or whatever it might be. So there's two types of Black Hat SEO. There's severe spam and absolute garbage work, which I would never, ever encourage anyone to do. And then you have Black Hat SEO with guys like me who do things that work, or they may bend the rules a little bit, or they may, you know, do a couple of things here, build some tiered link building, or, you know, whatever. And that is also deemed as Black Hat. But gone, right? So just for anyone who, you know, isn't sure, Santa Claus is not true. The Tooth Fairy is not true. And neither is White Hat SEO. People are manipulating the shit out of the search engines day on day on day, regardless of what they say. I do not care who says what. There is no such thing as a White Hat SEO or evergreen content that everyone's just going to naturally link to. Now, there may be one instance of that, you know, someone writes an amazing article and loads of people are going to link to it, fine. But in general, for businesses, builders, and everything else, you are going to be creating landing pages. You're going to be building links. You're going to be doing all sorts of stuff and even building one links against Google's terms of service. So call it what you will, but there's a difference between spammy crap Black Hat SEO and simply doing what works. I would consider the one that I do is the one that works, but people still throw the Black Hat SEO tag around, and it is what it is. So yeah, hopefully that explains it. Rajinder, we should regular article posting on blog or posts published to try and rank it. I mean, you should post an article and you should try and rank it, and you should regularly try and post an article and regularly try and rank it. The more the merrier. You know, I don't really quite understand the question there, but we want as much content ranking as we possibly can, and I release blog posts every other day and try to improve some stuff. So Facebook user, okay, a couple of serious questions that I asked in my page. I am blocked from group posting for some reason. A competitor jumps from 10 to 1 overnight a week or so ago for all money search phrases in a 10-mile radius. No new GMB activity, very low GMB activity overall. No new content, no new location pages, doesn't even have any. Citations are the same. Unfortunately, I don't have a historical backlink profile for the competitor, but the website's DR is 10. You know, I wouldn't be looking at someone's DR. You know, people can stop you from seeing what actually works. You know, they could be blasting tier 2 links at guest posts or whatever, and that might be enough to rank in that niche. I think, you know, obviously seeing someone jump from position 10 to position 1 is quite a big jump, and they probably are doing something they shouldn't. However, we always hide what works. I'm not going to sit there and tell people which tier 2s I'm blasting, or if I'm sending some SAP links to a parasite or anything like that. That's not something you can see. So you don't really know what's going on. All you can see is what Ahrefs, SEMrush, or any of these other competitor analysis tools allow you to see. And even at that, your competition can block bits of that out as well if they wanted to. However, what I would say is just don't say, why is this guy beating me because he's a DR10? DR is something that can be manipulated and not something I would base someone's overall campaign on. They probably are doing some tiered stuff or something else even shadier. And if they're doing something that's that shady, they will eventually get banned. However, what you need to do is just fight fire with fire and try and up your game and build more links, better content, better technical stuff. And beat them. If you're confident that they're not doing any of the stuff that you're saying, they're not really doing anything in GMBs or whatever, then just go out and get more citations and do more and beat them that way. But it's hard to say, obviously, without seeing the websites in question. Spyfu keyword tool is good if we're allowed to use it free for 2 months. I'm sure it is. Spyfu, I've not used it for a number of years, but I'm sure it is a good tool. And if it's free for 2 months, then fair play. We all love a freebie, man. Just getting some more questions. Not sure what is going on here. Yeah, so Kyler Patterson. Double 301 redirect still effective. Could I spam the hell out of one domain and then 301 everything to a new site and get all the delicious rankings? You know what, Kyler? I'm not sure. These kind of things I used to do back in the day. I'm not sure how effective they still are at present. I, for one, can't really see that wouldn't work. So give it a try. As I say, it's not a technique that I do. I do a single 301 redirect, and what I do is when I buy an expired domain name, I repopulate it, blast the shit out of it, and then 301 redirect it back to my website. So kind of that's my process, but double redirect, whatever works for you, man. Try it. No reason why it can't. And how long does it take me to learn a TikTok dance on average? Depends, man. The easy one's just going do do do, quite easy. But the other kind of the gunny ones where you're going all that shit's fucking hard work. But there is a tip. You can actually do it in real slow-mo and make yourself look reasonably good. Guys, I have 22 minutes left of this session, but if you are enjoying the content and the questions and answers, please do like, subscribe, leave comments, everything else. I will try and answer as many questions as I possibly can. It's also good for me to know whether these sessions are actually valuable or not. I'm just going to make a plan of doing them semi-regular, just to make sure that anyone who has done the course does get some value, because obviously I can't give free one-to-one tips on a free website course, but and as I say, everyone else is welcome to come along as well. Always happy to answer questions and help people. But back to the questions. Sumit Chowdhury, what type of backlinks, I'm going to assume, should I make for e-commerce websites? Homepage and product pages. You need to build links to all your kind of main money pages, main products, main categories, your homepage. Mix it all up. You don't build links just to your homepage. The type of backlinks, a backlink. It doesn't really matter as long as it's relevant to the product or the category or the kind of stuff that you're promoting. Then any link pointing to any of those pages will for sure either help the products rankings, the categories rankings, or indeed you're, obviously you want to mix it up and give your homepage some power as well. So just mix it all up is the best advice I can give, and just try and make sure they're relevant and good quality links. Sarvesh, do you follow a ratio of link insertion to new guest posts? Is there any issue if I go with link insertions mainly through paid outreach? So Sarvesh, people in this industry seem to complicate a lot of the stuff that we do. There is no ratio that I follow. I'm a scatterbrain, and there is no real ratio. Just mix it all up. Again, whether you insert your links through guest posts, through paid outreach, really doesn't matter. Whether you're paying for the outreach, you're doing the outreach yourself, or some other guys doing the outreach, I'd rather pay for it, because why would I want to waste my time doing crappy outreach campaigns? There's people out there that can do that and they can make money doing it. It's not of interest to me. So a link's a link. And whether it's paid outreach or not, Google can't see that. Google can see the metrics, the traffic, and where the link's going and all that stuff. And that's all you really need to concern yourself with. In terms of ratio, there's no ratio. I just need as many good links as I can possibly get going to all of the main pages on my websites. So I don't follow a ratio at all. I just try and grab as much as I can month on month on month, mix it up a little bit, and continue to analyze my website and see what's in page 2, get some more links to some of that stuff, push it up onto page 1, rinse and repeat constantly. That's the job. Wouldn't worry too much about any other underlying ratios or stuff like that. Rajinder, how much time does it take to rank a post in Google first page? You can do it in a couple of days if it's a very easy search term. It can take you a couple of weeks if it's something middle of the road, or it can take you 6 months if it's something really, really competitive. I'm sure there's someone out there who started a blog and put up some bit of content there that targets a long tail keyword and instantly got rankings without any links or any kind of wizardry. So you can rank very, very quickly on some of the longer tail stuff. However, anything more competitive really is going to be a case of how long's a piece of string. That's the best answer I can give. I don't want to give anyone false hope that you can rank very quickly. Fahad, does Web 2.0 backlinks and social signals work nowadays? I use Web 2.0s. I use SEO Autopilot, which generates a whole bunch of Web 2.0s. They can still be seen as fairly powerful. You can obviously power these up by using other links, SAP links, GSA, more Web 2.0s, whatever it's going to be. Social signals. Now, a social signal in general doesn't do anything for you. A social signal from real people that have real traffic will help with your click-through rate, which indirectly helps your SEO. So there's a social signal service out there called signalboy.com, which allows you to get social signals from real people. But just buying social signals that's going to make it look like your post gets shared 25 times or whatever it's going to be, does nothing at all. There's got to be traffic, there's got to be click-through there, and that is what I would consider a good social signal that works. But it's got to benefit your website in some way, whether that's driving traffic, click-through rate, showing it out to a further audience, then exposing your URL to other people, then that's a social signal I would consider to be good and relevant and can still work. Ray, I'm pretty sure I answered that one at the start. SAP links still work, and I point them to my parasites and Web 2.0s and stuff like that. So yes, the answer is for that one. Facebook user, hi Craig, do you use the plugin Yoast SEO? Update 14 is pretty bad. It does not index my new articles. Do you know something about it? Personally, I don't use Yoast. I'm not sure about that update. I don't know anything at all about it. What I would say is reach out to the Yoast team. They're normally very quick and proactive if something does go wrong. they will no doubt rectify it, because half of the world uses Yoast. And if there's something problematic on there where it's not indexing your articles, then give them a shout if you feel that problem is relating to their update. However, it's very easy to blame a plugin for your articles not being indexed. You may be Google that are just not updating things frequently enough just now. The articles might be duplicate content. Make sure that it is actually the Yoast plugin that's causing the problem. And I'm sure it might be, you wouldn't see it otherwise, but just be careful, man, and do your checks before you blame Yoast. But if you definitely feel it is Yoast, approach them. The guys there are normally very proactive and quick off the mark in terms of fixing stuff like that. So yeah, give them a shout. Rishikesh, what's your content strategy for affiliate sites? Like, where do you add tables, product carts, images, and content? The best place for you to look at is your competition. See where they're adding their tables, product cards, images, and content. Always at the top of a page, I used to always add tables of content, just so that people can quickly scroll through to the different products or whatever. And I also used to use the AAWP plugin to add images and stuff like that. But in terms of the overall structure of the website, it was an introduction, table of contents, then product 1, product 2, product 3, product 4, product 5, or whatever was going to be on there, with call to action buttons and all of that kind of stuff. And I think also on the page with the AAWP plugin, it used to give alternative, similar products and all that kind of stuff as well. So I think, that's, look at your competition, see, my structure worked well for me. Was it the best structure in the world? I have no idea. It was very successful for me, but I'm now out of the Amazon game. But I would always look at the competition to see what they were doing and try and better my website, because I think one of the most important things for an Amazon website, out with your content, links, and everything else, is those call to actions and making it clear for the general public to be able to click on that product. So make sure that you've got plenty of tables, product cards, images, and everything else, and all the right calls to action, and that should help. Facebook user, sorry, I can't see who you are. I'm not sure why Facebook doesn't allow us to see who is saying this. I'm finished my second website, but I'm having the same issues with the hosting server I'm using. In your opinion, who is the best host service when it comes to website speeds, etc.? So I've got a number of different websites, and I use, currently for my own website, I use WPX hosting, but I've had good experiences with the likes of tsohost.co.uk. SiteGround are always a good hosting company. I've never had any problems with them. Relatively fast, cost effective. They back up your websites and tick a lot of the right boxes. What you find when it comes to hosting is you always read the horror stories where someone has had a problem. Now, I'm sure everyone's had a problem with every hosting company. Most hosting companies will resolve them relatively quickly. But depending on the nature of your website, I've had guys who've got big Magento websites and they were stuck on, $5 a month, reseller account, and the website's had 25,000 products on it, and that just doesn't tally up. You have to have a Magento optimized server, and it's probably going to cost you $300 a month through a company like UK Fast, who have Magento optimized servers. So you get what you pay for, when it comes to that. And I have come across people who try and scrimp and scrape and host them when they're trying to put big websites on it. But if it's just a run-of-the-mill WordPress website, WPX hosting, SiteGround, TSOHost are the ones that I would highly recommend. That they're ones that I currently use just now. I have tried many others and had little problems either with the technical side of things, the kind of response side of things, the support or whatever. But so hopefully that helps. Kyler Patterson, favorite parasites in 2020. YouTube is my favorite parasite. Nah, listen, Parasite, there's a lot of powerful websites out there. And obviously we can utilize the power of those websites to move forward. And I know a lot of people use Medium for blogging, utilizing the sheer power of Medium. There's lots of good parasites out there, to be honest. It really depends on what you're doing, what level of traction you need to get. So if you're going to be a blogger, something like Blogger or Medium or something, if you want to do more videos, then I'm pretty sure Vimeo and YouTube are your place to go and take full advantage of the sheer power of YouTube. But yeah, it really just depends on what you're trying to do. For me, going forward just now, is trying to improve the YouTube channel, trying to get more people on there, trying to get more engagement, trying to be more helpful to people, answering questions, and all of that kind of stuff. So YouTube is the parasite, if you like, that I'm using just now, and it's driving traffic. It's working well, and as I say, I will move on to others like Twitch and stuff like that, maybe, or whatever. But as I say, there's so many parasites out there. I just think for me, YouTube is the one that I'm really focused on just now. So hopefully that answers that. Mark Lawrence, what's my favorite recent software purchase subscription? Let me think. What have I bought that I've really liked? I've recently upgraded from Aweber to ActiveCampaign, really enjoying the automation. I think that upgrade was very much something I needed, in terms of doing a lot more automation in the background with emails. Trying to think of other stuff that I bought. I recently got Link Whisper, probably a couple of months back, which is a WordPress plugin that helps with your internal linking, which saves me a lot of time. It does a really good job, and it's really, really cheap. I can't remember the exact price off the top of my head. Pretty sure it was around about, it was less than $50, I'm pretty sure. But Link Whisper is the name of that one, and that just does a lot of internal linking stuff. Other stuff that I'm using just now, software-wise, trying to think if there's anything else that I've been playing around with that is good. Now, I look at a lot of softwares and some of them are not ready yet. I know if you ask me this question in a month's time, I would be able to answer in a lot more detail, because I know of a few good tools that are coming out that I've been testing, but I'm not allowed to name them just yet. Click-through rate manipulation tools and a few others. So I'll probably come back to that. But Link Whisper and stuff like that just now, a lot of the other stuff that tools that I'm using, like SEO Autopilot and things like that, these are things I've had for a few years, and they're not relatively new as such. You've got Linked Helper for LinkedIn automation and stuff like that. But I might do a couple of shows on, I might get a couple of guests on as well, actually, and just say, show me your tools, show me what we're using. There's a couple of other tools out there, actually, vidIQ that I'm using for YouTube, just for the tags and stuff like that. Quite a cool tool. But yeah, I'm just looking along my navigation bar. There's nothing that no one really knows about here that I would consider to be great knowledge. But yeah, I'll come back on that in a couple of months' time, or about a month's time. Paris, sir, is automated posting of RSS news feeds into our website is good for ranking? No. I wouldn't really be posting news feeds because it's duplicate content. So I definitely would not recommend that you do that if you want good rankings. It's good for news websites and stuff like that, but certainly from an SEO point of view, nope. Mark Lawrence, I'm about to buy the 997 SEO Autopilot license using a joint bank account. What use would you get? Listen, I ain't getting involved in your domestics, Mark. Listen, I've done enough of that before, buying tools and having to explain to the wife what the money was for. So that's why I laughed like that. It's a pain in the ass having to explain what it is. But listen, when it comes good and you know, and it pays off and you're getting a massive return on your investment, and you're taking her on holiday and whatnot, then yeah, just promise her something like that. But yeah, I'm not forcing that issue, dude. So I don't want your girlfriend chasing me and want to kill me for you spending that money on SEO Autopilot. So blame Elias at SEO Autopilot. Tell them he convinced you. But good luck with that. How to optimize a video in a website for Google SERP. I mean, video rankings, you know, you have to just rank them, and it's the sheer engagement that kind of helps rank them over and above using things like Video IQ and all the right tags and stuff like that for that. If your video is optimized and engaged enough, you will also get it onto the Google SERPs. But I do have a guide on my blog, which is craigcampbellseo.com, which gives you my full process when I'm doing a YouTube video and what I do to try and get that engagement level up. So have a look at that. Guys, few more minutes left. As long as there's questions going, I will keep going. I'm not going to bugger off exactly at 1:30 on the button, but do give me a wee like or a subscribe or something to keep me interested in doing it. Facebook user, sorry to be dense again. Just to be clear, you don't think that all things being equal, a huge difference in domain ranking, 10 times difference is going to make a difference in GMB, or could it be a big factor? So for GMB, links and DR do not have any impact whatsoever. That is not what Google are looking for. So Google My Business and SEO are not the same thing. What Google My Business and the map rankings are looking for is citations of your business, not links, not DR, nothing else. Citations of your business in niche relevant and local geographic specific citations. Go to citationsbuilder.com. Now, of course, click-through rate and all that kind of stuff, and engaging on that kind of stuff also help with your rankings. I'm not going to sit here and encourage you to do click-through rate manipulation on your GMB, but you can do that kind of stuff as well if you want to research a click-through rate manipulation bot and spend more time in yours than your competition who are above you. And you'll soon see that CTR also has an impact in your GMB. But in general, it's citations, not links, not DR, nothing else. Go to citationsbuilder.com and they can build you niche relevant and local citations to your business. Best way to go about ranking an Amazon product on Google. I mean, Amazon probably already ranked for that, I would imagine. But yeah, you'd quite easily be able to go in with a landing page and rank for it, build some links, build some content, and rank for that product. I'm pretty sure that Jesus, guys, you don't need to spam YouTube video, please, 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 please. Go and do your own research. Guys, do not like that. There's always some guy that wants me to give him the link. Why could you not just go to the website and look for the video yourself? Like, why does it have to be handed on a plate? It's just ignorant. Be calm. We'll get to your question. I don't even know where I was there, but Gareth Dane is here. Is practicing Black Hat SEO safe? Yes, if you do it properly. Sorry. So back to Chris's question. Ranking an Amazon product on Google, just create a landing page and build links to it. You know, get engagement around that, get some CTR going to it, and you probably go above Amazon for that because they're not targeting that specifically. Active campaign is great. I agree, Gareth, except they're bloody to do the double opt-out box. YouTube SEO. So that guy asking about YouTube SEO, really, do you really need to put that in there all them times? Absolutely not. You go and find it, you lazy bastard. Dr. Richard, is ClickBank good for affiliate marketing? Yes, of course, there's some great deals on there. And ClickBank, you can earn some decent commission, so all good. Craig Mullins, how am I keeping a straight face? Me, I have no idea how I'm keeping a straight face. Should be an angry face with that Noor Benod. Noor Benod, you are banned. What a bloody pain in the ass that is. Not fair in everyone else asking questions. Manish, is there any advanced white hat? Nah, there's not advanced white hat SEO. Don't even know what it is. Blue hat, pink hat, whatever. Whatever. Michael Queen. I think I know who you are. I thought your name was Michael King though, but might be wrong. So the correlation I see between DR and top ranking in major metros is just a coincidence. Yes. For GMBs, DR and stuff like that is not useful. Punjab Kids Club, it's SEO video. If you guys can't run a search query to find the video link, you guys in the wrong field. Stop spamming chat. Thank you, Punjab Kids Club. Very selfish guy, this guy, and there is a lot of selfish guys that just want things handed in a plate to them. They think the whole world owes them a favour, and it is really pissing me off to the point where I will probably never, ever give another SEO course away because people can't even find a link to the course and expect to give me a barrage of emails for it. But in general, most of you guys are pretty cool and very helpful, very responsive and all that kind of stuff. And it was always a pleasure to help you guys out there. But there is no other questions. I hope I've not missed any. I potentially have missed one or two with the spammer, putting in there 20 times about YouTube SEO video, please. However, I will be back in a few days' time doing more of this. If there's anything you want me to talk about or any angle you want me to go in at, please do leave a comment below, not in the live chat, in the comment section. And I will, for sure, be looking to do different shows around different topics. And also just remember to give me a little like and a little subscribe. And as I say, I will be back in a few days. I will be back with Chris Palmer on Wednesday talking about all things Black Hat. But anything else you guys want to see, just hit me up in the comments. I'm looking for different stuff to offer, and I can get different guests on and stuff like that. I'm not going to do podcasts with people. What we want to do with the YouTube stuff is just give direct question and answers, bang, 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 so that we're not talking shit and listening to people's bullshit stories. So anything you guys want, just let me know in the comments. We'll try and make sure that happens. But thank you very much, guys, and I will see you all soon. Cheers.